Thank you. Thank you. Good to be back from my week-long vacation. Went to Universal, don't mean to brag. And yes, it was Universal in Orlando, Florida, so you know the show's gonna be interesting. Yeah, some shit went down. I'll tell you that. In Universal Studios. You're one of my top 5 favorite places to visit, but if I can, and I do believe you can and eventually compete with Disney. But if I can offer you some constructive criticism, fuck you. Sir, I have never been more pissed off after a vacation than Universal. It's fun and all, but holy jumping fucking shitballs. Twice in my life, 2 times, I've been screwed out of a ride at Universal. First time was when I was in 5th grade. It was my first time going there since I was tall enough to ride Hulk. But that was also the same year that Disney bought Marvel, so when I got there, Hulk was gone. Like, they took it down as if like they didn't have the rights to Marvel anymore. They kept like all the Marvel stuff up. I guess they're in the process. But then again, I did soon discover that was not the reason they took it down. I don't know, some repairs needed it or something. And well, I wrote it. It was great. Hey, time, if I can rename it anything else, I would call it Whiplash. Yeah, it's like the Hulk roller coaster. It's like simulating the experience of getting the shit beaten out of you by Hulk. Yeah, that's right. I came off that roller coaster with a black eye. It was well worth the wait. And second time I got screwed out of a ride, Hagrid's motorbike, which was last week. And the problem was this virtual line program, which, and first up, virtual line, what kind of term is that? Virtual line, are there hologram people waiting in line? I've never heard of a line that's virtual. Other than like on a computer, on a digital screen, and there's a line. You just draw a line in Photoshop or something, or some form of line on a screen. No, virtual line, that's not what it means. Virtual line is a fast pass that you're required to reserve for that ride. Otherwise, you can't get on. Which, like, not even if you have an express pass. Yes, you can't even get on that shit. Which, and the problem with the virtual line... but first off, why do you need this? It's not like the line is, like, going outside of the entrance. I've never seen any of that. I haven't seen the line go outside the entrance with any ride, and this was still during COVID when lines were social distanced. And which they seem longer. Like, I would have expected lines coming out the entrance. But I didn't see any of that. I would have been perfectly fine waiting in a regular line to get on. In fact, lines look longer, but they seem shorter. I've waited for Rip Ride Rockit in a line that said 55 minutes. I got on in 20 minutes. If I can get on a ride in that shortened amount of time, I would have been okay riding Hagrid's motorbike. But here's the problem with the virtual line. It can only be reserved at certain times of the day. If you're not ready for it, it's too late. You can't reserve too early or too late. Okay. Try to reserve. Sorry, no time's available. Check back at 8. Check back at 11. Check back at 4. Can't do anything, and if you fuck off, you're done. So we wait till 4 to make the reservation, and like pick up my phone. It's exactly 4. I go on. It finally lets me in to make the reservation, and so I type in the number of people in my party, and then time, and then return the phone to my pocket, and then I tell my parents, "Hey, guess what? I did it." And then I pick up my phone again to look for a ride, something we could ride in the meantime. Maybe look at wait times, and then it pulls up that same page that I was on to reserve. And you know what? There was a button at the bottom that I forgot to hit that said submit. I hit it too fucking late. Bullshit! What? I have never seen an amusement park do this type of shit. And have you? No, you can't just do that. I would have been perfectly fine. Like, how many people are reserving this shit? Like, these are some elite fans, and probably waiting in line, probably waiting all day just to, and probably jerking off in the process, waiting and to reserve their spot. And not to mention, you have times available. You have like bunch of times available within a 30-minute span, and and I can't even get back on the app. How many? And what pisses me off? What time is it? And what pisses me off? What used to be before Hagrid's Motorbike? The Dueling Dragons, which was a badass roller coaster. One of my favorite rides ever. And like, I've seen like a YouTube clip of Hagrid's Motorbike run through. Someone filmed the ride. It's literally a downgrade of the Dueling Dragons. Unfucking-leavable. Oh, you took out a good ride for a piece of shit that you have to reserve. Unbelievable. Oh, stop replacing good rides. Another example where they replaced a ride that was perfectly fine. Twister. I mean, that wasn't really a ride, but it was my style of entertainment. And shit blowing up, bodies flying around, shit on fire. Like, that's my idea of entertainment at an amusement park. They took out Twister, and what's there now? Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon. Which I personally don't care about Jimmy Fallon, but I rode that, I was disappointed. And first off, motion simulator theater. You pretty much rebooted Despicable Me ride, which is same concept of a motion simulator theater, which is also across the street from another motion simulator theater, Shrek 4D, and having two motion simulator or theater rides across from each other is the equivalent of having two Starbucks across from each other, which, as Lewis Black says, it is the end of the universe. And you also have probably the exact same Starbucks down the street. So really, it's like even probably end of outside of the universe as well. Now, 3 Starbuckses near the same street corners. There's another ride I was disappointed with, Fast and Furious, which basically, and what used to be there, earthquake or some disaster thing. A ride which they had the actual experience like, it wasn't like a motion simulator 3D screen or anything. It was an actual simulation of shit blowing up, bodies flying around, floods, fires, shit breaking, and they did that in real time. Like, that was fun. But Fast and Furious is just, you're in a bus and just screens around you, and you have to pretty much watch a bunch of characters race through the city killing people while you're just kind of feeling it. That's it? Come on. Are you kidding me? I came out to Universal to experience a movie, not to watch a short movie in virtual reality. Howdy, what a waste. If I want to ride a Fast and Furious ride, you know, here's how you make a Fast and Furious ride. Put people in a car with a stunt driver that's actually ramping off of shit and shooting at people. That's a ride. Alright, that's a ride I'm willing to ride. Alright, or put some animatronics in there. You know, that's what made That's what made Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey successful. They had some motion simulation, but at the same time, they have Dementors, a dragon, even a fucking tree. They managed to get to move around. And pretty much attack you. Ew. Oh, and you're telling me you can't do that with any other ride like Fast and Furious? I would have loved to have seen that. Now, King Kong. I mean, of course they have a King Kong animatronic, but hey, you know what? I would have loved to see a dinosaur King Kong animatronic fighting a T-Rex animatronic, like actually moving. And the King Kong animatronic picks up the car. Or that's the type of shit I want to see. In fact, and I know you have the technology to do it. You think about Jurassic Park. You have the technology to make the dinosaurs on the ride move their necks and heads and shit. And even the T-Rex comes out at you. Alright, and you somehow can't emulate that technology on any other ride? Fuck you.